Thanks to a massive online petition, we are back. Big Brother Canada is back. I mean, we're not back. This is the first time the week that was is a thing, but Big Brother Canada is officially back.
And coincidentally, our social lives, gone.
Totally gone. Absolutely
out of here.
Not going to be talking about anything other than Big Brother for a very long time. So I'm Dexter.
I'm Korri.
We've been watching Big Brother for quite a while. Me longer than you. I've been watching pretty well since season 2 in the States. I was a little young for the first season, but hopped on the second one.
Yeah, I've been watching, I don't remember what season it was, but since like 2011-ish.
Sure, yeah. So a few years, to say the least. We've been excited about this for a very long time. And Big Brother Canada is now back. And we agree, probably the best Big Brother out of all of the Big Brothers, consistently.
The most consistently shocked, impressed,
game-changing
the
aspects.
Most emotionally invested, for sure.
Absolutely. It's got the biggest twists, the Twistos twists, if you will.
Yeah.
From back in the day. But this season, off to a great start.
Can I just say how refreshing it is to have 16 brand new guests in the house?
Like, no returning guests. And, like, that's probably not something you're used to because that's just kind of been a trope for the last few years. But it's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
There's 16 new people every time, or however many new people.
Yeah.
But I like the way that this season has started off. You know, we get our voting aspect. We get a couple people that we kind of get to pick who was going into the house, and we'll get to all that.
The whole theme seems to be that Canada, because we petitioned, we fought to have this back, that they're going to give us more power.
Give us the power that we obviously wanted. And I think it's just a good way for them to test it, too, and be like, look, clearly people are watching. Like, look at how much voter interaction
especially
we're
in,
getting.
like, a social environment now where everything's like analytics driven. It's just like, yes, these people are watching, but like this many more are interacting.
Exactly.
And that's the real takeaway.
This is how many people are watching the live feeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But let's talk about the house guests first and foremost. Let's go through them because obviously that's the most interesting part of every season is the people.
Let's start with our standouts. Who's your immediate standout?
Forced standout, I would say, would be Andrew, based on the first episode, with him getting the power to literally divide the house into heaven and hell.
Yeah.
So he got the forced spotlight. I liked the way he went about it all. He just kind of made his decisions and was like, you know what? I'm good with it. I don't really care what happens. Like, we're playing. Big Brother has started.
It's a crappy position to be in right out of the gate, but game on. Let's
go. I'm also fully on board with the fact that he put himself in heaven. Yeah. Like, he could have been the nice guy and been like, look, I was given a shitty situation, but I gave myself the punishment too, so you guys would be happy with it. I know I'm getting blood
on my hands, so like I'm going to be down here in the trenches with you. But the flip side of that being, the people in hell are the only people that get to compete.
Exactly. So
is it really a disadvantage to be there? Yes, you have that much of a bigger of a chance of being put on the block.
You got that,
but you've got that chance to be in power.
Yeah,
like that percentage is easier too.
So speaking of being in power, let's go through. The fact that there was the 7 of them that were put in hell, so half the house before. The new people got voted in, the gate crashers.
Yeah.
So half the house right off the bat in hell, technically have-nots, but they're the only ones that compete for power.
Yeah.
So what did you think of that first HOH comp?
I'll be kind of honest. It's super impressive to see Johnny come out and have a sweep week with HOH and Vito coming out swinging.
For sure.
But on the same hand, he's playing this whole game where he's just like, I'm going to play the dumb and just like have information given to me and like fly under the radar. And it's like back-to-back wins on week 1 is not really flying under the radar.
No, not really. But like those comps were also kind of geared for him. Like there was a few of them that you were like going into it, you knew they weren't going to do well because like the wall comp is tough.
The wall comp is like the great equalizer of Big Brother, I think.
Because it's like the leaning wall, the fact that they had the fire this time around too was just like, they don't even get to relax.
It was a much more aggressive version of the wall comp.
Yeah, and it was probably honestly a good way to keep it from going on for hours.
Yeah.
Because there was it last season or the season before where they literally went for like 14 hours or something insane?
I think it was 2 seasons ago on Big Brother. Like
it was
Paul's
nuts.
first season,
It
I
was
think.
nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a good way to speed that up because, well, nobody's going to want to stay up with all the flames at the back of their head. And,
what do you think about Paris holding out for as long as she did?
I was impressed. I don't know if it was just like the fact that it was going along with her DRs where she was like, I'm not going to do well with this. Like, my hands sweat a lot. Like, I have to hold on to this thing. I'm tiny. It's not going to go well. But she held out. She was the second last one up. And she held her own for quite a while.
Do you think Johnny not giving her a straight answer on taking a deal is going to put a target on his back from her?
No, I think that was the right thing to do because like we were saying, there was only the 7 of them, which means only 6 of them are eligible to be nominated. You make a deal with 2 of them. Now you're down to 4 people to pick 2 of. So that's a pretty shitty situation to be in off the first. So he knew he was stronger than them. He knew he was holding out. Why make that deal?
Fair enough. Yeah.
Right? Why limit your pool? You've known these people for a couple hours. Now you have the opportunity to have Will and Paris still be on the chopping block. Still an option. Not what happened, but still an option.
Yeah, Alejandra being put up first. Ali,
not a surprise.
Seems again like a gimme.
An
like
easy
you're
nom.
the first to fall in the first comp, you're going to get nominated type thing.
Yep.
We haven't really gotten a lot of her game other than that.
I like
comp.
what we've gotten though.
Yeah, I feel like
enjoy
she's
her
got
so
promise. I kind of feel like she might be a new Netta. I feel like that's going to be my
See,
early
I was
prediction.
thinking more of like a Christmas, more of like a personal trainer, like super nice to everybody, but could dominate if really wanted to.
Yeah. I will say, getting Rosina out week 1 seems like the safe move.
I mean,
it's what always happens. One of the oldest players in the game or in the house gets put up. They're an easy target, but then she's got Hamza in her corner, like fighting for her.
I liked Hamza.
Yeah.
I mean, I still like Hamza, but I liked that mentality where you're just like, why get rid of her? She can't win anything. She's always, a vote for us.
Yeah.
Like
she's always going to be in our court. If we keep her happy, she'll keep us happy.
Yeah, I think she just came into the gates a little too hot, a little too aggressive.
I think she got overwhelmed by the entire experience right out of the gate.
I mean, we all would, wouldn't we? Especially in that insanity of a house. Because that's the big thing with Big Brother Canada is like, you know nothing going into it.
Yeah.
You know what Big Brother is. You know the general concept of the game. But Big Brother Canada, like, it changes drastically from year to year.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive. So who else we got for standout house guests?
We can't not talk about Will. I just want to be best friends with Will forever. He seems like the best dude.
He's John 2.0.
Yeah.
He's just a big, happy noof.
Difference being, I don't think Will would actually have the heart to drop Netta the way John did.
I mean, who knows?
Not dissing his game. Great game move by John.
We didn't know John had it in him until he did it.
Yeah.
Everybody thought he was taking Netta and he was going to settle for second, but made that cut. I don't know. Will could be his cutthroat. Who knows?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to trust the noof, right?
Yeah, exactly. What do we feel about Maddie and Andrew's tension with her handing him the goblet that made him have to divide the house? Do you think it was intentional?
No, I don't think she noticed at all.
See, I don't know, because she grabbed her glass, and then from what I remember, she went back, looked at it, and then passed that one off.
Well, like, I didn't notice initially that they both had the red on one side and only one of them had the blue. I figured it was just the one logo
on the inside.
And if she would have noticed that, like, this one's red, this one's blue, and then she passed it off, maybe. But the fact that it's just like you look at one side and they're both red, I don't think she noticed.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy it.
She copped up to it real quick.
But and again, she did. But on the same hand, that seems like she got really defensive right out of the gate from it.
Maybe. I think it'll blow over. I don't think it's going to be an issue.
No. Do you honestly think 2 episodes in, though, that's kind of how they're going to do the house each week? Is there's going to be something that happens and one person unrelated to the HOH and veto splits the house?
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. The whole
like instead of it being a comp, it being one person's decision.
Mm-hmm. There's just different tricks around the house.
That'd be kind of great, actually.
Because that's another thing the Big Brother house is good at.
Because you do it right before the HOH.
Yeah.
So then you know who's competing.
Mm-hmm. They tried to do it last season, kind of, on Big Brother US with the room and the powers and the halting hex debacle.
I gotta be honest though. I love every time Big Brother Canada gets to nominations and how over the top and unnecessary the whole process is. This year there's a drawbridge and a spinning throne and like a tablet that he had to like move around and pick out his noms with. It's so unnecessary and I love it.
And like I have so much respect for production and seeing that, like Johnny just awkwardly sitting on the chair like, I could have been out of here by now, but I have to wait for this chair to spin.
Yeah. What did you think of production cutting out like the veto polls? And
see, I don't know if that is going to be a thing that happens all season or if that was just we have 2 1-hour episodes to expedite this introduction.
I think it was absolutely that, because you have to go through every house guest's intro. You have to go through a whole comp. You have to go through Andrew's Sophie's choice.
Yeah. But on the same hand, to be completely honest, if I have to go online to watch like a 2-minute clip of the veto poll just to see it, because we get more drama and more action in the house, I think that's a fair sacrifice.
I liked the flow. I liked that it would just kind of went right into it. Comp started. We didn't even know really who was competing until it started.
Yeah. Getting back to the house guests, who is Jesse?
Which one's Jesse? Is he one of the pretty boys? Yeah, one of the pretty boys.
Yeah, he's aside from being a part of this real deal 4-person alliance right out of the gate, he's just kind of there. Yeah. He got put in heaven. He's just kind of leaning back, which again, there's 16 people in. They've got to cut to show the people that are doing things that week. So especially I feel like we're going to get more of him, but right now he's just kind of there.
What do you think of this real deal? Not necessarily the people in it, but just
a 4-person alliance right out of the gate.
Yep,
I think that's the way to do it.
It's absolutely the way to do it.
Yeah,
like 2 pairs working together it has to be the best situation.
Look at the last season of Big Brother Canada with all the vets and all the newbies, and they had that giant alliance with the vets that also had Demetrius in it. Fell apart.
It always does.
Last season of Big Brother, huge alliance, fell apart.
The celebrity Big Brother with the girls alliance
immediately fell apart.
Like in that episode, fell apart.
Before they finished talking about it, fell apart.
Yeah.
I think you start small, and then as the game progresses, then you look at situations where you're like, okay, we need more numbers. We need to pull somebody in.
Well, you need the numbers, obviously, at the beginning. So I think the best way to do it is to have like a core group that's secret 4 that they don't talk about. Who are the 4
in the real deal again? There's Paris, there's Jesse.
There's
is it Kayla?
Maddie.
I can't remember if it was Olivia or
no, it was Maddie.
Kayla.
It was Maddie and Derek.
Right,
Maddie, Derek, Jesse, and Paris.
Do we think those are going to be showmances right out of the gate?
Probably.
Do you think we're going to get another, what was it, season 4 of Big Brother Canada?
The 2 different showmances?
Yeah, there was Kelsey and Jared and...
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? The
brothers.
The tall guy. No, I think I'm thinking of the different one then.
I don't know what you're thinking of.
Tall guy that was shit-talking Peter on Twitter and then got put in the house. And
Andrew?
Maybe.
The bald guy, Mr. Clean?
No, that was season 2. Maybe it was season 3. I think it was Kevin's season. I'm going to look it up now because now it's going to bother me.
Okay, I honestly have no idea what you're talking about, but I do like the fact that the 4 of them have all their pictures together in the cast listing on the website.
That's true.
Probably a coincidence, but still. Wait, now I'm wondering, was it Kayla or was it Maddie? They look really identical. I did not notice how similar they looked until I'm looking at these pictures.
Twin twist, you heard it here first.
Pew, pew, pew.
No. I don't think they'll do that twin twist again because it kind of fell apart immediately.
Well, that and the fact that the whole twin twist is they aren't both in at the same time.
Yeah. We've got Ryan as well.
Which one's Ryan? Oh, yeah. Brian Posehn, but not Brian Posehn.
Yeah. I kind of want to see more of Ryan because he's very much so. He comes off.
Well, he claims he's going to be a villain.
Yeah. He comes off as the lovable guy. And then he's talking about stabbing you in the back.
I feel like that's a lot of people going into the house, and then they get there, and they're like, oh, I have to actually spend 24 hours a day with these people. I can't be as conniving as I thought I could.
Yeah, I have to manage this a lot better than I had anticipated.
Because you go in, and you're like, yeah, they're pawns, they're players. But then they're like, oh, they're people.
Yeah, would you say that management of your social game is like Big Brother Survival 101?
It's the thing that you need more than anything. Look at Paul's season, where he went back-to-back second place because people just didn't like him.
Yeah.
That's what happened to him. Like, he made the right moves, he made the right plays, but people did not have a good taste in their mouth about it, so they didn't give him the money.
And you know what? I'll give all credit to Josh for calling him out in his
and
goodbye
people liked
messages.
Josh. That's the big thing. Is like he was a big meatball, but people liked him.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple that absolutely didn't, but...
Anyway, they're like engaged now, so good for them.
Yeah, you get some pans slammed in your face, you're probably not going to like a guy.
Yeah. I think, honestly, one of my sleeper picks for this season so far is going to be Erica.
I do like Erica.
She's tiny, but she seems like she's got a solid game mentality.
She also, didn't hold back in all of the intros. She's just like, you're weird. Or like, what are you doing? She was just calling people out immediately on the floor. And I was like, I like you. I do like Johnny. Honestly, I like Johnny.
Yeah.
I don't know if his strategy of playing this like weak player is going to work for him.
I'll be honest, there's Kayla or Maddie, whoever didn't give Andrew
whichever
his goblet,
one isn't in that alliance,
and Olivia are the 3 people I would say in the house right now that Olivia. I'm the most just like, who are you again?
Yeah, and we're only 2 episodes in, so obviously like some more of that will come out of it. But who else haven't we talked about on this list?
Let's talk about our gate crashers, Marin and Veronica.
Like, I remember when they called them out. First of all, love the fact that they called all 4 of them out so we could watch 2 people's dreams get crushed on national TV.
Oh, it's the Big Brother way.
That was great. And just Arissa's goodbye now. Just like
looks like she's going for a handshake and just like giving them the hook.
That was so fantastic. But like they called them out, and they called out the 2 like good guys.
Yeah,
I guess is what they were billed at.
Marin and Veronica.
And you and I just look at each other and we're like, really? They voted in the 2 nice guys? And we're like, I mean, it is Canada. That makes sense. Like, you kind of encourage the politeness and everything. But then they actually did. They did vote in the 2 nice guys. So very intrigued by that. But I do love the fact that they were like, you can't tell people that Canada voted you in.
Also, you're going in through the DR.
Yeah, and you have to come up with your own reason as to why you're there.
What would you do? You're put in that position with a total stranger. You don't know what kind of game they're going to play.
I don't know what they ended up going with, but the one they were talking about where they were like, we entered a contest to be in the crowd, and then it was like some Big Brother super fan thing.
Super fan experience or whatever.
Yeah, where they just got picked to go in the house. I like that, but they had packed bags. And walked in with packed bags.
So did they have their bags when they walked in?
I am almost positive they had their bags with them. We can go back and look, but I'm almost positive that they did. But like that strategy is not going to work because then you're just outing yourself as a super fan.
That's fair.
They've got their 1 week of safety, which sure is going to help them short term, but it's always going to be back of the mind. Why are they honestly, here?
Plead ignorance. Just be like, we thought it was weird too. We had no idea.
Well, they genuinely didn't know that the other people had already moved in, so that's helpful.
They've got that to their leverage. Be like, no, we had no idea that this was happening. Yeah. Like, came out, they called 2 of us out. We knew that they normally do a group, and then they told us to go in over here, and here we are. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't have any idea how long they were in that DR. They don't know that Here's a question.
Yeah.
Do they know that somebody has already been evicted? Do they know that Rosina has been kicked out? The 2 of them that just went in? Yeah.
I don't think they told them beforehand.
Interesting. Because I wonder if they're going to try to say something about...
Because it gives them an odd number of people.
Yeah.
Which is what they need for a jury.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's 15 total to start, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if they... Like, I'm sure the house guests will tell them, be like, we just evicted somebody and we got 2 others. And they'll be like, I didn't even know that happened.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the fact that...
well, hang on. Like, before we move on, the gate crashers, do we like the gate crashers?
Like as people or like as a twist?
Well, both. People-wise, of course. They're the 2 nice people. It's kind of hard not to like them.
I feel like I need to see their entrance into the house play out because I feel like this is one of those twists.
What,
much
Monday?
Like, I think so, yeah. I feel like this is one of those twists like the twin twists that it has so much potential, but it's going to be so easy for someone to blow a whistle on.
Sure, but remember, Allison was also... voted in a similar way. There was the 3 of them that were sequestered, and they were sequestered for a full week.
I kind of forgot Allison was...
And she made it to what, 6th overall? Something like that?
Mm-hmm. This is true.
So, like, the twist can work to your advantage. It's just
a matter of... I honestly feel like it's going to be what kind of social situation they walk into.
Totally. And
but
if
I
the
also
2 of
feel
them
like
have
this
each
is
other's
technically
back.
week 1, because it seemed like everybody was pretty gung-ho to get Rosina out right off the bat.
She just
and
came
I
out
think
swinging.
Now the game starts.
She came out swinging with a personality that just... didn't mesh, I guess.
And it's funny too, because like, yes, she was one of the older people in the house, but like Ryan's 39.
Yep.
He's older.
I mean, she was also like in her 50s.
She was 49. And I think next closest would probably be Andrew 36.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it's not even necessarily just an age thing. Like, like she'd been in there for what, like 2 days?
Yeah.
And was just like, I love all of you. I love you all so much. And it's like,
that's what
it's
I mean,
a microcosm.
I think she just
like
got
it's
overwhelmed with the experience.
Sure, and it's a pressure cooker, and like that's a full 48 hours together. Like it's more time than you spend with anybody else when you meet them for the first time.
Exactly.
So obviously it's going to be a different experience, but still, I just think she came out
yourself as
too
that
quick.
Black sheep that immediately. I feel like that makes an easy target week 1 to be like, bye.
Well, and it's great because like Johnny can do that HOH, put up those 2 noms. Just like, look, you're the first one to fall. You were cheering against me.
Yeah, it's an easy...
You're up on the block.
But Rosina kind of had the fair point where she was just like, I wasn't the only one. Like, Alejandra was there cheering against you. All the girls wanted a girl to win.
Sure, but she, like, looking back at that footage, too, like, she was the one screaming. And, like, a couple times you look at, like, everybody else around her, and they're just like, yo, calm down.
And even Paris being like,
why is she screaming at me?
I don't know, but I'm too scared to fall.
Yeah, because Paris was like, I was ready to fall a while ago, but she's just screaming at me to look up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your one big hope for this season? What is the one thing you want to see Big Brother do?
I don't know, because honestly, my favorite part of Big Brother is when I just am watching and just go, oh shit, I did not see that coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of don't want to make predictions, because then if they come true, I feel a little cheated for seeing it coming, you know?
There is one thing that I feel like we've forgotten to mention that we have both been like, when is this going to play out? And it's the have-not room or the dungeon that they have.
Like fucking
with the
pond
tomb
in it. Yeah, there's like, most of the room is water.
Yeah.
Or
like
something.
It has like a moat around this tomb that allegedly opens.
Because how many of them are going to... Is everybody in hell a have-not? Is half the house a have-not every week?
I think so. Yeah, because they don't get food, they don't get their belongings, which is a fascinating twist on being a have-not.
That was fun. That was unexpected. Because they literally get what they moved in with, and then, I'm guessing, clothes from comps?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they get to keep their comp outfits.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Just great.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want a leotard.
Absolutely.
Because that's a standout every season.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they brought in, like, the baby thing in some capacity, that'd be pretty fantastic.
What baby thing?
Where, like, remember James and Celebrity Big Brother, James and Ari had to, like, crawl around like babies and be nursed for, like, 48 hours or whatever it was.
Or Alex having to make hot dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Like, something where, like, it comes with a reoccurring punishment of sorts.
Yeah.
I always enjoy those, so that I'd be fully for.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would like to see... Big Brother Canada is really good at, like, flipping the power dynamic. Like, remember when Brittany got that...
Brittany and Sarah
got that secret veto or whatever, where, like, not only could they take themselves off the block, but they got to pick who went up in their place.
Yeah, or Will's secret veto last season on Big Brother Canada.
Or even Allison again. She had a secret veto, where she was just bringing it to ceremonies and just had it in the back of her pants for, like, 3 weeks
when she was going to use it. She was ready to just, like, flip like that.
Yeah. So, like, those things I love. I love when Big Brother Canada is just like, no, here's a big old wrench that we're going to throw into things, see what happens.
Power-wise,
yeah,
I would say the triple eviction has been...
That's a standout.
The like, peak of Big Brother panic, I guess, in the house.
Well, I mean, they adopted that one over to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Triple evictions, that's a big one.
Shout out to Kevin Martin for, like, redemption of Big Brother life.
Yeah. He was part of both triple evictions in Big Brother Canada history. One, he went home. The other, he stayed and won.
Yeah.
That's the game, man. That's what I mean, where it's just like, there's one thing that could change the whole game.
I mean, I guess that's why there's the whole, like, expect the unexpected. That kind of makes sense. I just got that. I'm kidding.
There you go. Glad you clued in.
Yeah.
Like 7 years later. What do you think about, like, the physical split in the house where, like, it's literally divided between heaven and hell?
I think it's cool.
I like it.
I feel like the way to make that succeed is to have that ingratiated in every aspect of the house. Because I feel like it's going to be one of those things that's very easy for them to, like, put out there, see the, like, viewers' reaction to it, and then if it doesn't work, whatever, this is just what the house looks like this year.
Yeah, and, like, the only room that would even cross over, well, the 2 rooms that would cross over would be the kitchen and the DR.
Yeah.
That's about it. Because you're not going to have 2 kitchens and 2 DRs.
That's true.
And I guess the bathrooms are only upstairs. But, like, otherwise, you could completely, like, segregate the house, basically.
Yeah. Which I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I thought that's what it was going to be, is the 7 people put in hell. They're only allowed to associate with each other, which would be a completely different
I'm wondering if that's just going to kind of happen.
Yeah. What season was it? I think it was season 3 or 4 of Big Brother Canada, where they got locked in the nomination room. In the vault for like 24 hours?
Like at the end? Wasn't the 3 of them at the end?
Wasn't it one of the brothers or one of the twins?
Were sequestered? Yeah. I think honestly every year there's like some sort of sequester something, because Dylan had to do it last year.
That's true.
The brothers had to do it, or one of them. I think both of them, but I don't remember. Who else has had to do it? John had to do it in his season, John Party.
Yeah.
oddly enough, 2 of the people that were sequestered ended up winning in the end. John won and the brothers won.
That's true.
A thing that I just realized right now.
Big Brother, if you're listening, please give Will a drinking challenge because I watched the highlights of Allison and John drunk, and I just want that because that was one of the most entertaining like side quests of Big Brother Canada that they've had.
Because they got drunk enough to the point that we straight up like nobody understood them.
Yeah.
Even the closed captioning was just question marks. I was just like, I don't know, man.
Will gets a drinking challenge. Who do you think he takes with him?
Probably Erica.
Yeah, I feel like
she can hold her own.
Yeah. Everybody else.
Well, one of them's a bartender. I don't remember which one. Paris, maybe?
It may have been Olivia. No, Olivia.
Yeah, you might be right.
No, Olivia's Maddie. A student. Maddie's a bartender.
Yeah. So she might be a good one to bring along.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just love that comp. That's one of the big things with Big Brother Canada, too. They give them a lot more liquor.
This is true. They don't make them work for it like they do in the U.S.
No, they're just like, let's get you drunk and see what happens.
Except for Celebrity Big Brother, shout out to Drunken Brandy.
Oh my God, was there a sober Brandy at any point? Like, loved her. Didn't think I'd end up loving Brandy, but like, I don't remember seeing her without a drink in her hand.
Let's take a quick second and go back to Hamza.
Okay.
He's one of those people that I have this thing every year with Big Brother. You get your introduction video and you immediately make your assumption on that person. And then, of course, the season plays out and you don't know.
It's always different.
Yeah, you always flip-flop. And I feel like Hamza has been like one of the quickest 180s I've had on a person in the Big Brother house.
Where you didn't like him and now you like him?
Or I was just like, this guy's a piece of work. And then like seeing him with Rosina and talking to Derek, I believe, about keeping her and using her as a number.
Yep.
Like, I feel like he's going to have a lot of that like behind-the-scenes sway.
I could see that. Do you think he gave up on saving her, or do you think he was pushed out of it? Because that was a unanimous vote to get rid of her.
It was, but I feel like this happens pretty well every year. The first few evictions are pretty one-sided.
House consensus.
Because people don't want to ruffle feathers. So I feel like it's easy to be like, I don't have the numbers, like, I'm going to do this. Like, I did what I can't, so now I'm playing my game.
And there's really no point in giving a sympathy vote day 2.
No.
Like, I'm sure nobody wants to be evicted unanimously. Nobody wants to be evicted, period.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
There's part of me that feels like in that situation, if they like, I don't know if it was a discussion they had to just make it unanimous to get Rosina out, but there's part of me that feels like if I was Derek and Hamza came to me with this plan and then everyone went back on it, there's part of me that feels like I might have played the villain card and given her the vote and pinned it on him. Been like, look, he came at me. This is what he wanted to do.
True. It's very true.
Just to ruffle some feathers.
Just paint another target somewhere else.
That's apparently how I play Big Brother, is just try to screw myself over week 1.
I mean, even looking at it from Derek's point of view, that's somebody that's not in your 4.
Yeah.
Why not just draw a line in the sand right there?
Yeah.
Start some things now.
I'm sure we'll see it, but I assume he went back to the 4 with that information.
I mean, if he's doing it right.
Yeah.
If he really wants this thing to be a thing, then yeah. But like realistically, as we've seen time and time again, the best alliances is 2 people, a ride or die.
Yeah.
One person that you look out for, one person that's a set of eyes and ears when you're not in the room. It's the best way to get these done. So if you're early in the season, if the 4 of them, can work into 2 groups of 2, they should be golden.
Which it seems like they're showmancing up, so it's probably going to happen.
I can see it. Because then you don't have to deal with it until it's the last 2 of you, and then you know where you're standing.
I really want to see Andrew and Ryan buddy up. Because when Andrew was picking the heaven and hell separation,
he said it was that's my guy.
Yeah. Like he didn't even consider it. Everybody else he kind of bounced back.
Like were they just big bearded dudes that were just like, let's do this?
Yeah, I guess. But
nobody's going to expect them to be like physical compies or something, or they'll dominate.
Maybe they'll just be the new Dylan and Karen.
Karen. Why would you do that to me?
I don't think I've ever laughed so hard as that.
Karen spilling a drink on his side.
And Dylan just
why would you do
not
that
knowing
to me?
how to take it.
God, I miss Dylan.
Yeah.
Like if we could have a return guest, it'd be the champ.
Dylan, come on our show that just exists now.
It's just starting right now. Please do it.
Dylan
please.
Carmen, you up?
You up? Champ? We want to start it with the champ?
Yeah.
What else we got to talk about? Anything else you want to hit on? I mean, we're only 2 episodes in, so
yeah. I think I'm excited to see the rhythm. Like I said, like we got a 2-night 1-hour premiere.
Yeah, the
We've
rhythm
been kind of used to a 2-hour premiere plus the regular.
The broadcast rhythm is going to be weird because like we go, what is it, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday?
I believe so.
So 3 days in a 4-day cycle, we have Big Brother, and then we have nothing for the other 3.
Yeah.
Which is odd. But that being said, Canadian Big Brother has free live feeds, so if you really want to watch,
That's
you can
true.
watch.
I feel like this season may be the season that I dive into the live feeds a little more. Normally with the live feeds,
I feel like it's spoilers. Like, I just like the way the show is produced, and I like the cuts. I like the production value of Big Brother Canada, so I feel like if I'm watching the live feeds, then I'm just like watching an unedited
But going
cut,
back to last season of Big Brother US,
sure,
there was so much of that season that
like
was
last
made
season,
so
not
much
the
better.
celebrity season.
Yeah. There was so much of that season that was actually made better, I found, from knowing like the full scope of
Fair
things.
enough,
like,
yeah.
The whole
Like,
Raven,
the full
Jason,
fights.
Matt blow up, that like getting that entire like 35-minute ordeal.
But like, speaking of 180ing on a person, Matt. We were both fully for Matt.
I wanted the Silver Fox to take it all, and then he threw his game away.
Stupid. He just became stupid.
Yeah.
It was just like, just eat your cereal, man. just shut up and eat your cereal.
Like, he got to a point where he was just like, I met a pretty girl, I'm done.
Yeah.
Which, like, great.
A dumb
like,
pretty girl. It was just full of lies.
I forgot how ridiculous
she was so ridiculous. She had a disease for everything.
I'm not laughing at the fact that she, like, may or
she
may not
very
have
well could
diseases.
have 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Sure, but I guarantee 3 or 4 of those were totally made up.
Like, she's the
Not
kind of
real
person
things.
that you show up to work and you're like, oh, I only slept for like 3 hours last night. And she's like, yeah, well, I slept for an hour and I had my childhood pet
She's
taken
that
from
Kristen
me.
Wiig character from SNL that's just one-upping people. Always. But hers are with terribleness.
Yeah.
Her dancer's knee.
Her dancer's knee. Her gastro tummyitis. Whatever.
Her short-sightedness for just the world in general. Anyway, we're not talking about that season. We're talking about Big Brother Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm excited to see what happens. Do you want to make some predictions for this week? See, like going in blind, knowing literally nothing, knowing we don't know if everybody competes in this HOH.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Like, there's so...
Are they still safe for the week? Like, was that safety for that first 2 days?
I think it was just till that eviction.
Like, I would imagine it starts all over on Monday, right?
Because even the have-nots haven't been in the have-not room, I don't think.
No, I don't think.
Because they just got heaven and hell, and they were all still in their own beds.
Yeah, they just don't have their own things.
Yeah. So I think that's my biggest excitement this week is to see that have-not play out.
Yeah. I mean, it's always a fun thing. Normally, we don't get the have-not room until like a solid 12 days in to like them actually being in the house. So I'm guessing we'll probably get it by like noms.
Speaking of have-nots, oh my God, I hope we get the slop cookie deposit again.
The slop. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where they put in the secret ballads.
Yeah. And then showed everybody.
I love how stupid people are with that, where it's just like, it's a secret vote, so like go nuts.
Let me narrate every move.
We're going to show everybody anyway. It's just like, this happens every time and you keep doing it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure production eggs them on to like give their reasons and stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
But like, are you really that dumb?
I think in some instances.
Remember how many cookies they gave Gary?
Poor Gary.
Poor Gary.
He just wanted people to get along, and like I'll give him credit. He got a little dramatic, but he's a player.
Because he's good at this.
Yeah.
He made it to the final 2. I mean, he was evicted the first season and then came back and made it to the final 2. But
yeah,
like he's good at that game. So if people weren't going to bring him down a peg, he was going to win. Mm-hmm. He would have won.
And the same argument, like he hadn't been a have-not to that point.
Yeah.
So again, an easy way to do something like that without getting a whole lot of blood on your hands.
Well, it gets Gary mad at you and nobody else.
Yeah, you just get glitter on your hands instead of blood.
You get a lot of glitter on your hands. Absolutely, you do. So predictions for this week. Let's do some knowing nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
We know nothing about it. We have no way of knowing if they're going to do this heaven and hell.
Who's your ideal HOH win this week?
I'd say Erica.
Yeah?
I just like Erica. I like her attitude. I like that she's going to be good with the guys. She's going to be good with the girls because she can play both sides of that.
Yeah.
I just don't want her to get caught up in it. I don't want her to be like trying to play both sides. I feel like she'll end up in like an Emily scenario from last year where like she was good with Dylan, but then she tried to overplay it. And it just didn't work very well. I mean, it got Dallas out, but other than that, it didn't work very well.
Dallas got
Dallas out. Absolutely, he did both times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to see Erica win. I'd like to see the girls do well for a week, because if they don't do well this week, they're done.
Yeah.
They've already lost the numbers. So I'd like to see them do well this week. I'd like to see them take out, like, I don't know, maybe like a Will, or like, I don't want Will gone because he entertains me.
Yeah.
But like, he's a big dude. He's a strong guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them take like a good shot at somebody that could like actually win some things.
And this is the thing. Everybody always comes into the house. I'm ready to make big moves. It's Big Brother. You got to make big moves, but I'm going to do what the house wants. That's a big move, right? There's a lot of us.
Yep. My big move is to not make a move.
Yeah.
Get out the old lady.
Honestly, as much as we've talked about the 4 being like a good starting alliance, I would like to see somebody get in power that like puts one of them at risk. Just because I want to see that, like, they seem very solid right out of the gate. I want to see how easy they turn it on each other.
Because it's like, if they stick with each other, if the 4 of them, the real deal, stick with each other, they got 3 votes anytime they're on the block.
There's a real good chance that at any given time, part of them are going to be safe.
Well, what did Rosie need to go? 6?
Yeah.
So there's half your votes from here on out that you already have in the bag.
Yeah.
It's way easier to campaign if you're like, I already have 3 votes. I just need 3 more.
Yeah.
Way easier.
Each of you works on one person.
So if they can keep it together, then yeah, they'll do well. But you're right. I would like to see at least one of them up in the block.
I kind of want Ryan to win power. Because I feel like of all the people in there right now, Ryan is the most likely candidate to come out swinging.
I'd like to see him float another week first.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Do you think one of the gate crashers could win power?
I don't know if they'll be allowed to win power.
I don't know. If
they've got safety for the week, they might not let them play.
But again, it's Big Brother. Who knows?
That, or they'll let them play and not tell them they have safety for the week, and then they end up putting them both up and then being like, actually, we're safe this week. You have to put 2 other people up. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I'd like
to see
that.
Let's do that one.
Let's go with that one. Decision made. I like it.
All right. Let's do this again next week.
All right. Sounds good. We'll talk about the week that was.